Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely.
And welcome once again to Meraki TV, brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely. I'm Anna Savo and I'm thrilled to be here with you all tonight. On the show, Helen Demetriou whips up Greek favourite TOURLOUMBES, Stavroula gives the glitz and goss, Noula shows us some mindfulness YIAYIA style, we speak to John Manus from Tim's, and Greek Stage Theatre give us something to laugh at. To kick it off tonight, Billy Kotsis visits the exhibition by Greek artist Stephen Caldis, entitled Greece, Its Soul, Its Landscape.
My name's Olympia and I'm 8 years old.
You're Evangelia?
And I'm 4.
Tell me a little bit about your granddad.
Well, he loves to paint and he's really used to painting.
Is he the best granddad in the world?
Yes. I would like to introduce you to my Bubble Stephen. Billy, would you like to ask Bubble some questions?
I would love to. Thank you very much for that introduction, and thank you very much for talking to us on Meraki TV. You guys are fantastic. So you're from Lesbos. You love the island, but you're also an artist. You're also a very, very talented artist and architect. Tell me a little bit about your story.
I was first inspired by Greece by the first time I went there. Which was in 1972, and it was like coming out of a deep sleep in Australia and going to Greece, and the whole world opened up. It opened up across many, many dimensions. We were living in Australia. We were really living in a society which is very clinical. It's like living in a hospital when you compare that going to Greece. The light in Greece is what got me really. I can understand how the Greek philosophers, how their thought was very clear, and it's the light for dizzy in Greece.
Because that light's really come across in all the paintings that I've seen today, and from what I've read about you as well before. The light's really shines out through some of your paintings.
Well, look, you go to Greece and you sit down and you look at the light. You might look at a stone or even the Areopagus at the base of the Acropolis, where the ancient Greek Stoic philosophers would talk about everything, imaginable and visible and invisible. The Areopagus actually glows. Greece has got so much dimension, and the older you get, the more you start to appreciate that Hellenism and being Greek is very, very important.
One thing I picked up on you look at, it's not just modern Greece, it's not just let's look at an island. You go back to, as you're talking about the philosophers, Hellenism, the ancient pagans, the Greek church, Byzantium, and modern history as well too. It's actually quite nice that you do that. Do you think that with the paintings or the work that we're seeing, you've taken elements of all of that?
That's true. The landscapes in this exhibition have their own little twist on it, like you take the ones of Castellorizzo over there. It's called Greek Procession, and you can see it's St. Nicholas's Day, and they're walking along with the icons outside, and it's a celebration of St. Nicholas.
You've won awards, haven't you? So I know that you've picked up a couple of prizes at Hunters Hill exhibitions?
Yes, I was fortunate enough to win the Hunters Hill Art Prize, which is a very prestigious prize. I won that on 2 occasions. And my work has also been hung in the Mosman Art Prize, which is the oldest council, one of the oldest council prizes in Sydney. I've been hung in there 4 times. And my work has also been hung in the New South Wales Parliament House on 2 occasions. But I'm still progressing and learning, and my focus will be on Greece because one artist really cannot convey the depth of what Greece is, its people, its history, and its soul. And can I just finish off with a poem that I wrote for this exhibition?
Of course.
It's called Wakes of Antiquity. An ancient mariner I wish to be, to sail in those wakes of antiquity. Along the shores of Grecian lands, we sailing close and make no plans. The seas, mist and sparkle dreams my eyes. From ports of history we draw our ties, and anchor to the bollard worn, we go ashore and sojourn.
Stephen, thank you very much, mate.
Thank you too.
Λοιπόν, εδώ είμαστε.
Εδώ είμαστε.
Ωραία.
Πού είμαστε, Γιώργο?
Τι τρέμεις, ρε, τι έγινε, ρε.
Κατουργέμαι, ρε Γιώργο.
Κράτησέ τα, τώρα σου ήρθε.
Τα κρατάω, ρε Γιώργο, Γιώργο. Τώρα μου ήρθε. Στρεσάρομαι. Άμα με πιάνει τέτοια πράγματα, στρεσάρομαι. Και άμα στρεσάρομαι, εγώ κατουργέμαι.
Να μην στρεσάρεσαι.
Δεν μπορώ, ρε Γιώργο, δεν μπορώ.
Λοιπόν, εγώ μπαίνω μέσα.
Ναι.
Βουτάω
Γιώργο?
και φεύγω.
Δεν μας τα πες αυτά, ρε Γιώργακη. Δεν μας τα έχεις πει αυτά. Τι θα βουτήξεις κιόλας, ρε Γιώργακη.
Τα κοσμήματα.
Ποια κοσμήματα? Τα κοσμήματα. Δεν μας τα πες αυτά, Γιώργακη, δεν μας τα πες αυτά.
Λοιπόν,
Αυτά δεν μας τα
μπαίνω
πες.
μέσα.
Ναι.
Με το που βγω έξω,
Ναι.
σου κάνω νόημα και την κάνουμε.
Και την κάνω. Και μου κάνεις νόημα, ρε Γιώργο.
Νόημα.
Μου κάνεις νόημα.
Νόημα.
Πώς μου κάνεις νόημα?
Με το μάτι.
το μάτι μου κάνεις νόημα.
Το μάτι, νόημα.
Με ποιο μάτι, ρε Γιώργο?
Το δεξί.
Το δεξί το μάτι, ρε Γιώργο.
Το
Το δεξί, ρε Γιώργο, αλλά το δεξί όπως σε βλέπω εγώ ή το δεξί όπως με βλέπεις εσύ?
Άστο, θα σου κάνω νόημα με το χέρι.
Με το χέρι. Με ποιο χέρι, ρε Γιώργο, θα μου κάνεις νόημα?
Και με τα 2 τα χέρια θα σου κάνω νόημα.
Με τα 2 τα χέρια. Άιντε να δούμε, Γιώργο.
Λοιπόν, ηρέμησε. Κράτα τα.
Κρατάω.
Λοιπόν, φορά αυτή την κάλτσα.
Την κάλτσα. Τι κάλτσα είναι αυτή, ρε Γιώργο?
Φορά αυτή την κάλτσα και θα.
Άντε να δει τι έχω πάθει, ρε Γιώργο. Τι έχω πάθει, τι μου κάνεις, ρε Γιώργο.
Κάνεις εκεί, ρε.
Τι κάνω, ρε Γιώργο, δεν μου πες να φορέσω την κάλτσα, ρε Γιώργο.
Στο κεφάλι, ρε, στο κεφάλι.
Στο κεφάλι. Στο κεφάλι την κάλτσα, ρε. Φοράνε οι άνθρωποι στο κεφάλι, ρε, την κάλτσα, ρε.
Άντε την βάλτε στο κεφάλι.
Μην
Μην τρέμεις, ρε.
Κατουργέμαι, ρε σου. Ορίστε, ρε Γιώργο. Βοήθα, ρε Γιώργο. Άιντε, ρε Γιώργο. Εντάξει, είναι τώρα στην κάλτσα στο κεφάλι.
Εντάξει.
Τι κατάλαβες που την έβαλα εγώ τώρα στο κεφάλι την κάλτσα?
Λοιπόν, πάω μέσα. Περίμενε εδώ.
Ναι, περιμένω.
δεις το νόημα.
Ναι. Άντε, ρε Γιώργη. Άιντε, ρε Γιώργη. Άντε, ρε Γιώργη.
Τα καταφέραμε. Κράτα τα.
Τι να κρατήσω, ρε. Μου φύγανε.
Σου φύγανε.
Μου φύγανε.
It's time for an income breakthrough. To free yourself from working for money, have your money work for you. George Focus of Focus Beyond will show you step by step how to generate income from the share market irrespective of if it goes up or down. Access resources that do the hard work for you and devote no more than 60 minutes a month so you can enjoy financial freedom and time with family. To change your life forever, go to focusbeyond.com now.
Here at YIAYIA, we provide the highest standard in home care available. With a diverse, multicultural and bilingual team that excel in patient care, we communicate effectively with our clients and families to give added confidence. Offering care for both the elderly and persons with special needs at home is part of our enablement approach. Our professional support workers assist clients in an active way to regain independence, promote individual capacity building, and include restorative care to help our clients achieve their own goals from the service provided. Visit YIAYIA.com.au.
Helen's Cuisine proudly brought to you by Tim Products, factory outlet open to wholesalers and public Monday to Saturday, 407 Enmore Road, Marrickville.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Helen's Cuisine. Today I've got a nice little treat for you, touloumbes. If you don't know what touloumbes are, they're a donut essentially. So to start with, what you will need is about 1/4 teaspoon of vinegar. You'll need a cup of water, 1/2 cup of milk, 2 eggs, a little bit of vanilla, pinch of salt. You'll need 1/3 cup of vegetable oil or margarine, and we'll need about 2 cups of plain flour. So guys, to start with, you're going to need a saucepan. We've got our water and our sugar, of which I'm going to add into the pot now, and we're going to dissolve the sugar until it's all gone. Really important that your syrup is cold when you're dipping in anything doughy. So when we're making our touloumbes, we want to make our syrup first, let it cool down. It sits there until you make your touloumbes. So to start with, we'll place in all of our wet ingredients, our milk, water, oil, the pinch of salt, a little bit of vinegar, and we're going to let that heat up. So what we're looking for here, guys, is for the wet mixture to start to boil. You don't want it over boiling. Please don't burn it or overcook it. It's just started to boil now. I'm going to take it off the heat and I'm going to add in our flour and whisk away really quickly. So it's going to look really, really doughy, guys, and that's exactly how it should look at this stage. So you just want to put it back on the heat and just give it a nice good massage. This is where the muscles come in. And then we're going to take it off the heat and transfer it into a mixer. So it's really important that your dough mixture cools down as quickly as possible before you add the eggs in. You don't want scrambled eggs here, guys. So we're going to let it cool. And meanwhile, you need to use one of these. So if you haven't got one of these, you're going to have to do it by hand, but they're perfect for when you're making choux pastry. Once you're kneading this through your mixer and you're using the paddle, it's going to help it cool down even better. So leave it on there for about 2 minutes. While your mixer is on and your choux pastry is semi-cool, you can start adding in your eggs one at a time. Now this will probably only make about 10 or 15, but you can double the recipe if you want more. Beautiful. Nice little trick that my little brother taught me is to put your piping bag over a glass. So literally put your piping bag in. The deeper the glass, obviously, the better. Put it around, and then it just helps so much more when you're piping. We've got our vegetable oil on medium to high heat. You don't want it too hot. It's always a really good idea to have these little friends with you, because when you're piping, it's easier just to cut them in. We've done some really nice shapes here. You can actually do them in little balls if you want, like look mother style, but this is the best shape. You just want them to go a light golden brown. So once they're golden brown, they'll be crispy on the outside and moist in the middle. Once they're brown on the outside, you take them straight out of the oil and into your cold syrup. Let them take in that syrup, take them out of the syrup and put them on a plate. You can finish off your touloumbes with a little bit of cinnamon and caster sugar mixed together. Guys, this takes less than 20 minutes. The recipe is so simple. Check it out. I want to see your version because I really want to come and cook in your home. Make sure you're into the competition, and I look forward to seeing your zhuzhed up version of these.
Helen's Cuisine proudly brought to you by Tim Products, factory outlet open to wholesalers and public Monday to Saturday, 407 Enmore Road, Marrickville.
Hi guys, Noula back, art segment for making a crochet blanket. The idea here, because you know, there's always somebody who could use blanket made from love, especially little kids. And maybe you guys want to get together with a group of you maybe perhaps, and just start this little project, because you can be doing quite a few of these just watching television. Then you can get together, make a little blanket, and maybe give it to Starlight Foundation, or anyone that you know just needs a little bit of love and attention. What you're going to need, this crochet hook is 4mm, and this wool is 8 ply. However, if you wanted something different, you just go to the instructions at the back of the wool, and it will tell you which crochet hook you will need for this particular number of ply. So we begin by doing 6 loops. Then you put your hook back into the beginning and just pull it all the way through. So now you've got a little circle, it's in there. What I do is make 4 sets of 3. And each time I then make 1 spare. That's to give me a gap. There's a little flowerette. Now here I change colour, and basically where you can see I made an extra loop, there's a hole. We are now going to work inside that hole. So we go into the hole, but this time we're going to do 2 sets, because it's a corner, of 3s in each hole. And each time we do 3, we do a spare loop. The other great thing about this is while you're doing it, you can't eat. So this could be part of your weight loss treatment. So there's your first little corner coming up, and there's still a hole in there. And we make another extra loop there, like every time we do 3, do an extra loop. And now I'm going into the next hole that was created. And here's how we wrap it up. You got your final piece. And your square is going to look something like that. All you do is get your hook into this one of the loops in there, pull through the thread, pull through the thread, pull one more through, and just cut it off. Ta-da!
AussieSkips.com.au. Fast, reliable, professional and friendly service. Bin sizes from 2 cubes to 12 delivered to your door the very next day, so you can get your jobs done when you want. And with our own waste transfer station in Sydney's metropolitan Strathfield, we'll find a boutique solution for your waste management needs, no matter how small or large. AussieSkips.com.au. Owned and loved by an Aussie family.
Εγώ Αθήνα και εσύ Θεσσαλονίκη. Εγώ να μείνω πίσω στο παλιό μου σπίτι και εσύ να φύγεις.
From Pyrrhus to Cyprus, Forgotten and Remembered Hellenic Kingdoms, Territories and a Fiefdom, is the second book from Meraki TV's own Billy Kotsis. Bringing an overview of 36 territories after the disintegration of Alexander the Great's empire, it also scans the conquests of Alexander, the Byzantine Empire, and more. Each of the chapters cleverly connected by Thucydides, who is, after all, the reason why history is written the way it is today. Available from Amazon, selected outlets across Australia, and via billykotsis@hotmail.com.
Tim's Products is reflective of so much Greek Australian entrepreneurial success. Hard work, guts and passion, intermingled with the Greek fundamental value of family, really is a formula that MIT should study. Maria Choklastou sat down with John Manus from Tim's about his passions.
John Manus, the owner of Tim's Products, has been with this company for how many years?
I've been doing this for 34 years. I've been with the business for about 22 years.
You've not only started the business as a small company, but you've now turned it into a factory, a production company.
We were always a manufacturer, then we actually started opening up to the public many years ago, and we saw that people were coming in, so we enhanced and added value to that. But our core business is supplying all over Australia to cafes, patisseries and franchise stores. That's our core business.
So John, what makes Tim's Products stand out compared to the average Greek pastry shop?
Well, one thing that we've never shied away from is we've kept the traditional recipes from day one. Number two is that we make sure that the product is made fresh and daily, and we give them good shelf life for the end user to use in their shops.
So your amazing Greek sweets have actually gone down through generations of Greeks in Australia?
Correct. We find mothers come in here with their kids and their grandkids and so forth, and they keep on continuously buy right through.
What's your specialty? What do your customers love the best?
Okay, one of our signature products is our galdobouriko and our almond shortbreads. You know, we supply almond shortbreads to Michelle's Patisserie, Gloria Jean's, big franchise organisations, and because it's made and matured and we roast our almonds, it's a very big product for us.
Christy is the daughter of John Manus, the owner of Tim Products. Christy, can you tell us, why are you so proud to be part of this company?
I think I'm really proud to be part of this company because when I go around to the shopping centres, I see my dad's cakes in the cafe windows, and it makes me proud to recognise the cakes and know that my dad has made them. For example, when I went to the Star Casino, I saw my dad's corobiedes and hazelnut logs and melamakarna in a cafe window, and I said, guys, my dad made those.
George Manus, the son of John Manus, is also part of Tim's Products. George, hi.
How are you?
Good. What makes you proud to be part of Tim's Products?
His commitment and drive from when he was 16, first involved in the business as an apprentice. Went on to other positions as sales and management. Came back to Tim's and worked his way from, as a general manager, and basically took it over in about the space of 5 years as a director, and seeing where he started, distributing to local shops and cafes to now distributing to not just statewide but nationwide. He's been able to sell the brand at a level that is unprecedented.
So John, what sweets do you actually have for sale here?
Well, from we call them the wet product, which is the baklava, your almond rolls, your almond fingers, kataifi, all those products which take syrup into it. And then we go to the other side of the products, which is the dry products, which you got your biscuits, your Viennese biscuits, you got your melamakarna, mamigdalta, corobiedes, koulouria. And then the third area that we do is we do our pastries, which is the spanakopita, which comes in a dish. We've got the triangles, feta cheese and ricotta, and feta cheese and spinach triangles as well. And our popular bugatsa that we do as well.
Kazantzakis, the feature film, is coming soon. The film, by director Yannis Maragdis, looks at the fascinating personality of the greatest modern Greek writer ever, Nikos Kazantzakis. The great Kazantzakis used to say that his life was defined by his travels and his dreams. Here's a teaser.
Να είναι αλλιώς ο παράδεισος. Γιατί η γης μπορεί να είναι καλύτερα αρμονισμένη με το κορμί και με την ψυχή του ανθρώπου. Χαίρομαι που ήμουν άνθρωπος και Έλληνας.
7 luxury resorts in Greece made it into the top 30 in Europe in the Condé Nast Traveller's Reader's Choice Awards 2017. They are Santa Marina Resorts and Villas, Mykonos; Vedima, a luxury collection resort, Santorini; The Western Resort, Costa Navarino, Messina, Peloponnese. Blue Palace Resort and Spa, Elunda, Crete. Romanos, a luxury collection resort, Costa Navarino, Messina. Mykonos Blue, Psarou Beach, Mykonos. And finally, San Giorgio, Mykonos. More winners for Greece? 5 hotels: Santorini's Mystique Hotel, Santorini's Sun Rocks, Canave's Ia Santorini, Mykonos' Archipelagos Hotel, and Kos's Kos Aktis Art Hotel made it into the 50 best hotels in the world list. Funky Gourmet made it into the Traveller's Choice Awards 2017 Top 25 Restaurants in the World, 5 years in a row. The 2 Michelin star restaurant is regularly regarded as the best in Greece. Funky Gourmet chef Georgiana Hiliadaki also made it in the 5 best lady chefs in the world. Naxos goes Bollywood. Naxos Island will be the backdrop for a Bollywood production, Tiger Zinda Hai. The upcoming Indian spy thriller is sequel to the record-breaking blockbuster Ek Tha Tiger and is scheduled for release in December. Syros Island has its very own film school. Director-writer Stephen Bernstein is running the studio and classes commence now. Producers invested €6.5 million to establish a Hollywood studio and film school on the island. This is very exciting for Syros. After all, millions of tourists choose to visit a holiday destination after seeing it in a movie. Milos Island also invited foreign film producers to visit in efforts to showcase its offerings and pave the way for future collaborations in the footsteps of Syros. Milos has a lot of fabulous locations to offer. Let's hope it succeeds in bringing a major film production to the island. Milos Mayor wants Venus de Milo back. A campaign dubbed Take Me Home for the repatriation of the famous marble statue Venus de Milo at the Louvre Museum in Paris has been launched. Gerasimos Damoulakis, the mayor of Milos, aims to bring the statue back by 2020, 200 years from when it was discovered on Milos.
Vidya, thanks so much for joining us once again. We are brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely. A reminder that this is the last week to get your entries into our Kids Christmas Comp and the Tim's Products Helen's Cuisine Comp. Winners will be announced on the show Monday, December 11. For all our Noula fans, next Wednesday night is the launch of her new neon exhibition, Agapi, exploring the one quality, the one energy force that keeps us all going. Showing at Arterial Gallery in Balmain till December 22, this is one you don't want to miss. A big thank you to our guests tonight, Stephen Caldis and John Mannis. Stay tuned to our Facebook page for updates during the week and our YouTube channel for your favourite episode replays. Until next week, Bethia, feel like you're from me, Anna Savo. Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely.